Our Game Week 3 match of the week is a FODL C showdown between two fan favorites. It's Alky versus Slappy Pappy. Radar's on the call. Let's watch.
FODL C, we're going to be playing 7 legs instead of 6, 2 legs of cricket, and 5 of 501. If our players are ready, we will get it on the board. Slappy Pappy, are you ready?
Ready.
Alky, are you ready?
Ready.
Both of our players are ready. Hopefully Streamlabs is ready to keep the stream going this time. We've got darts in hand for Alky in the first leg of cricket. Game on!
Shoot well, Slappy. Shoot well, out.
Congrad Darts joining the chat, saying his sleep pattern is so jacked. Well, we appreciate you staying up to watch FODL regardless. And Alky's going to get started with 420s to blaze it here. Sean McGinty Resistor and McGinty Rerules both in the chat there. Sean McGinty Resistor saying, how does he have such good headshots? McGinty Rerules saying he must be an actor. She spelled it with a U, A-C-T-O-U-R. It's very British, like favorite. 2 19s for Alky as well, so he doesn't get it closed, but he's already got the 20s closed. Slappy's looking to get the 19s closed to start scoring some points. That third dart's very close, but it might be into the treble 7. It's just next door. It's a miss for Slappy Pappy. Alky looking for the 19s. He'll get it closed with his second dart and go up to 18s, get a single there. So a close of 19s for Alky here and a single 18 back over to Slappy now. He's going into the 18s. He's got the first 2 in there. He's going to get all 3 in there. 3 steady 18s for Slappy Pappy as he'll get the 18s closed in front of Alky. However, doesn't get any points on the board. Alky looking for 2 for the close of the segment. He'll only find 1. Had a dart in hand for it after finding a single 18 with the second, but can't follow with the third, so Slappy with a scoring chance. Comes to the board, and it looks like he snuck that third dart over the top into the treble 18. 4 18s for Slappy Pappy. He gets on the board for points and takes the lead. Alky's going back to the 20s. He manages 2, so not quite in the lead there yet, trailing by 12. And we're going back over to Slappy. He's going aggressively after the 20s here. First dart is in, second dart is out. He switches back over to the 18s with the last, but misses. So just the single 20 scored for Slappy Pappy. Alky trailing in points. Trailing no longer. First dart is in the 20, as is the second. And then he'll get the close of 18 with a third. A steady turn there from the Alky as he is able to get 3 marks, and Slappy on the move once again. Finding a treble 3 next door neighboring. And that might be a double 17 in there with the second. There it is. You saw the shadow in there, gets 2 17s, but the Alky's going to get it closed with his first dart. It's a 5-mark round for Alky. 3 17s and 2 16s to cut Slappy off at the pass. Slappy's going over 16s. Looks like a double again with his first dart. So he's got it closed, has a dart for some points, but he misses high into the 8. But 16s are closed for Slappy Pappy. Alky needs 1 to get that one closed, as he is in command of this leg so far. He's got the 20s and the 19s and the 17s all closed, compared to just Slappy's 16s. And Alky's already got 2 into the 16s, and he's going to get it closed with the first dart as he finds a double, switches over to 15s, finds a single there. Slappy, as soon as he got it closed, wasn't able to get points. Is on the move once again. He moves over to 15s. And that third dart's very close to the treble, but it's just 2 15s. Almost a 4 mark in the 15s for Slappy. Alky, third dart needs a single. He'll find the single to get the 15s closed, as Slappy, all that's left remaining to score on is the bull. Looks like he will get 1 in there as he goes horizontally across the board. 11, bull, and 6. And Alky's going to slip 2 in there with his second and third dart, so he's 1 away from a match or from a leg victory. Slappy tried to walk it down, could not find it with his last dart. Over to Alky needing one. And he'll find it with the second dart. Game shot and the leg going to Alky to hold the throw here in the first leg of cricket. Slappy Pappy's going to look to do the same in the second leg. Game on. We actually have other matches going on, so let me work on getting some other scoreboards up since I believe we have solved that issue. Let's get this one going. Pop back over. Here. As it's 3 mark starts for both players here. 3 in the 20s for Slappy, 3 in the 19s for Alky. Slappy was going with the surgical strategy initially. Going after the 19s first, comes up for a 20 to get points on the board with his second, drops back down for the 19s with his last, but missed, so just a single 20. Alky on 19s with his first 2. He stays for all 3, but only gets 2 of them in there, 38 points. He gets back out in front. And up top, a FODL B matchup that I just pulled up there, Pepe Le up 2-0 over the Lush sweeping cricket, but the Lush out to a hot start here. They 96 first 9. Oof. There's 1 and 1 for Slappy Pappy. Single 20, single 19. Get back up on top in points. We'll get Music City Madman and Adanak up there as well. Music City up 2-1 in that FODL D matchup. Adanak, a rookie this season, trying to hang tough. Music City, a veteran at this point. Alky's going to get 220, so still not quite closed for Slappy Pappy. He's still able to go in there. Let's look at the chat here. What we got going on. King Raj saying, A division is so stacked, it's super fun. There's a nice 5 mark for Slappy Pappy to take the point lead back in a hurry. Give himself some room, but it could be a 9 to or a 5 to answer. Oh, it's just 2. That one goes begging into the next door neighbor. Treble 3. Need to borrow a cup of milk from the next door neighbor. Get that one over across the wire. Slappy's going to get the 19s closed with a double for a start. Move up to 18s where he gets a single. Alky's going to close off the 20s now, so no more scoring on the 20s for Slappy before he goes over to the 18s where he gets 1 as well. McGinty re-rolls, throwing out a fire emoji for that 9 mark turn, or that 5 mark turn. Why do I keep saying 9 mark? I want the 9 mark. I want it to happen. There's 2 18s for Slappy Pappy. He gets another wedge closed. Alky dropping back down to the bottom half of the board for the 17s. And he'll get a single 17, does Alky. That looks like maybe 1 with that 1 dart that's being blocked out. A couple other ones into the 2. It is a single 17 for Slappy Pappy, and he's carrying a point lead here. Alky with a miss completely off the board there with the last. Slappy still with an opportunity trying to close 17s before Alky can get another wedge out in front. And he'll do it with a double 17 with the second dart. It's going to be a 4 mark visit from Slappy Pappy. 3 17s and 1 16. It's here in the middle goings of this leg. He's looking to take control of this one. Alky's going to get 2 16s on the switch. Moving over there for the first time. Slappy already got 1 in there. Now looking to close and keep pressing onward. And looks like he'll get it with the third dart. 2 16s. Steadily in there. Slappy with a tidy 2.3 MPR at the moment, looking to keep rolling. Alky looks to be foregoing the 15s. He's going after the center where he gets a single bull. Slappy Pappy's going to elect to go after 15s here. And looks like he'll get all 3 of them taken care of, so he'll get the 15s closed. So Slappy got 18, 17, 16, and 15 closed. Alky forced to the bull. got some work to do, although a stray 16 there will get that wedge close, so that's one fewer wedge that he'll have to work on later. Slappy needing 3 bulls to level the match at 1. Officer A. Kim joining the chat saying, responding to Sean McGinty Resistor saying, I'm used to Paps being on the left. Officer A. Kim saying, I was just going to say it's flipped. Happens with Slappy being the visiting player this evening. Home players are on the left. It's single 18 there and a single bull for Alky. So again, another good stray for him as he continues to work on closing off the center. Slappy with his third dart's going to elect to bolster that point lead. He gets a single 18 with his last. Alky again. First dart's another good stray, and the bulls are now closed for him. 1-1 once again. Single 17 and a single bull. So Alky trying to make a comeback out of this one. Slappy needing 3 in the middle for the leg victory. He's also seeing a lot of wedges get marked on as well. That's a good dart. He needs a bullseye for the finish. Probably blocked himself on there. Darts pointing a little bit up. Went up for the 18s with his final dart, but missed. But he got a single bull in there. Now potentially within 1 dart of closing off this leg. Alky, first visit in a while where he doesn't get a bull marked in. It's a miss for him. Slappy needing 2. There's a good stray this time coming from Slappy into the 15s, which are still open for him. So he'll get a 15 on there. Still can't find the center, though. All he needs, Adanak leveling the match at 2 against Music City up there. Again, FODL D match. That's 6 total legs being played. Lush got off to that hot start, but Pepe Le was the one who ends up doubling out to take that leg. Pepe Le up 3-0 now. A single bull for Alky, getting 25 points on the board. And Slappy looks like he got that first one in there. It's very close. Oh, wow. That was just outside into the 12. Dart was so close. Thought it was in, but he was not.
I'm fine.
A stray 15 for Alky, continuing to plug along. A little engine that could style, just chugging down, trying to keep any pressure on Slappy that he can. That one's got to be in there. Single bull for Slappy. Now he needs just 1 more. Alky needs 3 to take the point lead. Gets a single bull, so again, inching ever closer. But Slappy will finish it there with the first dart. Game shot! And the leg going to Slappy Pappy, leveling the match at 1. Oh, we've lost what appears to be Alky's camera. Not sure what just happened there. But, oh, there we go. Now he's back in there, so camera maybe just a refresh or a reset or something. But the match is leveled at 1, and Alky's going to have darts in hand as we move to the 501 portion of this match. Game on! McGinty rerules saying hi to Officer Kim. To JMU remarking that Lush missed more doubles in that first leg than he did against him in the entire match. Officer A. Kim being very polite to the McGinty rerules and Sean McGinty resistor. To JMU commenting, Slappy's squad rolls deep. Pits 2 trying to come up with a nickname saying the Slapper Me. I don't like that one. That one's not good. King Rod. That's pretty funny, but I agree that's probably not a very good nickname for them. The Pap Smears? Maybe. Maybe. It's out there. It's in there. McGinty Rerules likes it. McGinty Rerules is here for Pap Smears. Yikes. Officer A. Kim saying that they still need to meet Moose Dog from Pits 2. There's a massive turn as we get back to the darts from Slappy Pappy. Ton 25 stacking in a couple treble 20s there with darts 2 and 3. We are off and running. Alky's going to respond.
81.
Going to get back in there immediately as well. 81 scored from Alky. trebles starting to fly here. Slappy's just above with his second. Solid 60 for him, though. Gets down to 232. He had a nice first 9 of 70. Slappy off to a good start. And it's 45 there from Alky coming in as he drops below 300. But Slappy eventually looking to get to a finish. Wow, that second dart climbed the ladder. It looks like a ton scored for Slappy Pappy. He'll be down to 132 on a finish after 15. Alky trying to give chase.
41.
And it's another 41 scored for Alky. Slappy requires 132. It's off. So now looking for the setup. Wow, another try there.
Fuckhead.
Oh, that may have been a treble 14.
Yep.
And if it is, he'll be left with 10. 122 scored for Slappy Pappy. I think he was going for the 12.
Yep.
To leave tops, but slipped down a little bit, but still only single dart out
41.
after 18. 41 for Alky, still above 200. Slappy requires 10.
Second.
And he'll get it with the second dart. Hot start for Slappy Pappy. Game shot and the leg, kicking things off with a 20 darter here in the first leg of 501 with 3 ton-plus scores, and able to clean up the 10 after missing his target of what he actually wanted to set up for double. Did not matter as he gets the break of throw. He's coming back to the board with darts in hand. Game on! Officer
Well, there you
Akem
go, Rick.
saying that rather than Pap Smears, she says Pap Schmears. Get your Pap Schmears here. That's my
45.
interpretation of how that was typed. McGinty Rerolls now talking about locks and a schmear. Now we're crossing Pap Schmears and other schmear, and things are getting interesting as far as what you may want to eat in your life. And I believe I missed it, but Slappy Pappy did call it. It was a breakfast with his first throw. Single 5, single 20, and a single 1. So as we always do here in the FODL, the first online dart league, the FODL, we ask an official breakfast question for the first breakfast of every single match. Not every single cast, it's every single match. This is match 2 of tonight's cast, so breakfast question number 2 coming at you right now. We're talking about schmear. I'm not going to ask about the first kind, because I don't think anybody wants to eat that for
61.
breakfast. We'll go with the second kind. So if you're going to get fancy, let's say, tell me a flavor of schmear you would get on a bagel that's not original or plain. So mix it up. Go outside the boundaries here. What kind of non-original, non-plain schmear, cream cheese, whatever you want to call it. 37 viewers out there, let me know.
Scallion, of course.
Slap Pappy says the scallion schmear. Looking around the world of FODL and our other matches, Adenak now leading Music City Madman up 3-2 as they move to the last leg of that match. Lush able to get on the board as Pepe still leads the way there 3-1. So looking in there, Pits 2, T-Fantastic, both in there with Sex on that finish. Beef Easy saying, wowza. K-Ball 02 saying, nice. McGinty Reroll saying, that was nice. Deadhead 180 asking if this is B. Nope, this is C. King Raj 10 saying, so happy I stayed up to watch this. Obviously, Deboke 51, thank you for joining the chat, saying very nice. Pits 2 saying, and holy S, the Jets might actually win a game tonight. There's still, it's not even halftime. There's still time. D-Win 191919 says, Big Pap. And getting some a nice 99 in there for Alky. Apologies. I'm busy reading the chat. Apologies to Alky. He's on a finish. Was given that one potentially a run, but he's going to be left with tops, so he's looking to bounce right back here. Slappy with 45, going to be left with
Here come the eye
bogey.
rolls.
Alky requires 40. And he's going to go next door into the double 5 with his last. Left with 30, but he will be coming back to the board. Slappy Not yet on a finish with the 166, so he's looking just for the setup game here. It looks like a good cover shot with the last for 67 scored, although it leaves him with 99, so probably not the best math. But still a good score. Alky requires 30. Alky probably trying to decide what he wants to do. Looks like he wants to split it, and he's going to go with the single 14, now looking double 4. With his last dart goes inside. He'll be left with 4 remaining. Slappy, the only 3-dart combo under 100 at 99. Oh, and Slappy appeared to be trying to go tops, but he is going to go next door into the double 5 as well. And it looks like he's going to find double 15 with his last dart, which is going to be 59 scored. Leave himself tops. Go your own way. And Alky looking for double 2.
Yes.
And the third dart just outside. You see how close that is to the wire. Slappy 3 in hand at tops. And all 3 darts are outside. No score for Slappy Pappy. Back to Alky for 4.
Yes.
And no score for Alky either. Back to Slappy, requiring 40. That's inside now to the Rascal. That's inside as well. Rascal saying no. Slappy
Bust.
will bust. Cannot find the double 5 like he was able to in the last leg. Alky looking for double 2. Get on top of that first dart. It's high, but it's also left into the 17. It's a bust. No score. Slappy on 40 inside with the first dart again. Back to double 10.
Oh, good.
Oh, and he's going to find the 6 with his final dart. Be left with 14. Alky still on 4. That's inside now to the madhouse. And that's outside. Alky will be in the madhouse. 2 remaining. Slappy Pappy requires 14.
Second dart.
And he'll get it with the second dart. Game shot and the leg. Oh, what happened there?
I put it in wrong.
Oh, I was going to say, wasn't sure if there was a scoring error. But it was just a scoring error. So game shot and the leg going to Slappy Pappy as he steals that one. Coming from behind on the awkward double 7, but he does find it to go up 3-1. Alky got darts in hand coming back to the board now. Game on!
Max.
There's a 180 to start things off for the Alky. The 9-dart sweat is on here, ladies and gentlemen. So Alky obviously looking for some redemption after the last leg slipped through his fingers, off to a magnificent start as he pours in a maximum. And that's going to get a bonus point on the board as well. Lock it up. Cannot be beaten for the high 501 throw in FODL C. Slappy going to get a 36 in there. So not quite as good of a start, if I may say so myself. Alky looking to keep the hot start going. Let's see if he'll be able to do it. And the 9-dart sweat is off, but still love the first 3 in there. It's going to be followed up by a 61 for Alky. Got some answers for the breakfast question. Looks like King Raj saying liver sausage for sure. McGinty rerolls saying veggie. Repat 180 says caper and onion. Fireman saying Panera honey walnut cream cheese. That's good. Yota JMU commending Alky's math in the last leg. Now there's somebody joining the chat that's name is just Big Slappy Pappy fan. I wonder who they're rooting for. I have no idea. Yota JMU from that last leg saying stolen, tremendous fraud. And there's a nice ton for Alky. So again, he is off to a good start. He is on a finish after just 12 with a 91 average. And thanks in part to that maximum. Got a ton score in there as well. Alky requires 138. It's going to be off. And it'll just be 24 scored, getting down to 114, but Slappy's still above 300 with work to do to get back into this leg. But we've seen some big scoring out of Slappy Pappy before as well. There's 40 scored for him, so he does get under 300, although just by a little. Alky requires 114. And he'll get 60 scored down to 54. Slappy. I'm going to put some pressure on. There's a good second dart. And that looks like it's a ton scored unless that third dart kicked left into the 5. It is a ton scored for Slappy. So now he's under 200, but Alky requires 54. Two darts for tops. And he only needs one pop finish for Alky. Game shot and the leg for Alky as he cleans up the combo 54 to get right back into this one. Cut the lead to 2-3 now for Slappy Pappy. And again, the camera has dropped off for Alky, so maybe just doing a refresh as it's back. Oh, and it drops out again. So hashtag Nebraska. There we go. Now it is back once again. After the 54 finish, it's going to be Slappy coming to the board with darts in hand. Game on!
Sorry. Be right there. Come.
Everybody loving that maximum. Yota JMU throwing out 1,000 biddies for the max. Thank you very much, Yota JMU. He wanted the 9-darter and spamming the and it's off emote. King Raj 10 booing after the 9-darter was off. Looks like maybe a 24 scored there from Alky. Officer A. Kim's description of darts. They have to throw the thing at the stuff, and if it lands in the spot, then they have to do math, and if the math is good, then they like it, but only if the math is twice the one math when added to the other math. Sounds about right. It sounds to be an accurate description of darts. There's a breakfast from Alky. If you did not answer the breakfast question, it was, tell me what kind of cream cheese or schmear, depending on what part of the country you are from, what you prefer to call it, that you would put on a bagel that is not plain. Just can't be plain. Ask you to just branch out, find a flavored cream cheese or schmear that you would use. 37 viewers. We've had a couple of answers, not a ton of them. Slappy off to a good start here with that ton in the middle, bookended by a couple of 60s. Alky's looking to get back on the right page after 24-26 and a 60 in his last visit. Like Slappy able to manage an 83 there, so that is in the treble. Alky dropping down for 47, trying to get that cover shot in the 19s. Slappy. So Alky has been running out in front the previous two legs. Now it's Slappy that's under 200 after just 12 darts, but it's another breakfast for him, which is not enough to get him to a finish. He'll be back at 172. Alky's back in the treble bed with his first dart, but it's a scooter dart second, so just 80 scored for the Alky. He gets down to 264. Slappy looking for a good setup from 172. And it's back-to-back breakfasts for Slappy Pappy. Gets down to 146, so on a finish now. Alky, a good third dart can get there from 264, but it's going to be 41 scored. Third dart drifting right into the 1, down to 223. Slappy requires 146. It's actually still on after that one. And now it's off after the miss into the single 1. And Slappy's going to be left with 102. Once again, Alky going to need a treble to get to a finish, and he will not find it. 45 scored now at 178, but he is lurking, closing in. Slappy requires 102. Oh, he wanted the bullseye with the second dart to leave double 16, but looks like he hit the single. So now he's thinking through the math of trying to find his next target. After scoring 45 with his first 2 darts. And he goes with the 19, which will leave him 38. Does Slappy Pappy. So he'll be
Did my
looking
math
for
wrong.
double 19 if he returns to the board, which he will, because Alky is looking for a setup from 178. .42 scored from the Alky there. And he's on a finish now. Slappy requires 38. He's going right after the double 19 here. And he's going to go inside with his final dart, cut it in half down to 19. Alky with a shot now from 136. It's on. Now Alky's sitting contemplating the math where he wants to go with his 3rd dart for the final dart in the setup here. Scored 80 so far with his first 2, and he's going to go after 16s, which will score 96, leave himself on tops. Slappy Pappy requires 19. There's the 3, 2 for double 8. It's inside to double 4. And that's just outside on the double 4 attempt. Slappy cannot finish it off. He's got 8 left, but Alky single dart out, looking for double 20. And he will find it with the first dart. Game shot. And the leg going to Alky as he comes back and levels this match at 3 apiece as he takes 2 on the spin, which means we are going to a last leg decider here in this FODL C matchup. Alky's got darts in hand. Game on! Chatter09 saying, wow, what a steal. The math helps. Officer A. Kim also saying, wow, what a steal. Dave Littleton saying, give him the eye roll. So let's see. Got a couple more answers to the breakfast question as there's another one that came in. Yota JMU saying jalapeno cream cheese. Dave Little Toaster says plain cream cheese on bagels of varying flavors. That's not the question, Dave Little Toaster. The question is a flavor of cream cheese that isn't plain. You can't just mix up the bagel flavor. I don't care what flavor bagel you're putting it on. I want to know the cream cheese.
60.
There's a nice 60 in there for Alky. As Slappy thinking about all the bagels and schmear as he's going back-to-back breakfast to start, and that looks like it's just a yo 11 the hard way, finding 2 treble 1s, just narrowly missing that treble 20 target. There is 15 scored there for Alky, so not much punishment inflicted. David Little Toaster says the onion and chive flavor. You missed the part about not plain. Haha. Gots to listen. There's a 55 little speed limit action for Slappy Pappy. Looking to close the gap here. But Alky's back into the 20s. Keeping him straighter there with his first 2 darts. Dropped down with the last. It's 43. Back to Slappy. In the other matches, it was Adenac taking a victory 4-2 over Music City Madman and Pepe Lay 6-2 over the Lush. As there's a 60 scored in there from Slappy Pappy. Both players trying to pick up the scoring pace. Solid 60 in response from Alky. Last leg decider match victory on the line here in this final leg. To JMU saying, hey, Radar, did you know if you put pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? I did. I did, in fact, know that. Looks like a good second dart from Alky. It's at least 95. Could be a 135. It is 95 for Alky, so that third dart just above the treble scoring bed. However, that puts him on a finish first at 142. Another breakfast in from Slappy Pappy. It's down to 212, so he's still above 200. Alky requires 142. Going to be off, but still looking for a Good setup here. 45 scored will leave him with 97, so he's under 100. Slappy Pappy back at 212. Trying to chase Alky down, put some pressure on. That second dart will help without a doubt. It's going to be 70 scored for Slappy Pappy. He will have 142, but Alky first from 97. He's got 2 darts and tops. Oh, and he couldn't quite slip it underneath. Was a good marker, but he went left. He'll be left with 40 remaining. Slappy requires 142. It's off, but still just looking to put pressure on. Alky on a single dart finish at 40. That looks like 60. Oh, it's 45 as well, so Slappy will have a shot at 97 if Alky cannot take out 40 here. That's inside now to the Rascal. And Rascal says no, at least for the time being. 20 scored for Alky. Slappy requires 97. Single 19. Oh, and that's going to split the 20 and the 18s. It's going to be 39 scored for Slappy Pappy. We'll get him down to 58. Alky requires 20.
First start.
And Rascal says yes with the first dart. Game shot, the leg, and the match going to Alky in this last leg decider as he goes 3 on the trot to victory in this later slate in the second match of our doubleheader tonight. We will go to the interview portion of tonight's match. Go to Slappy first, looking dapper as always, the beard looking on point. Slappy coming into this one, obviously we know that you always bring a good following into the chat. Does that put any extra pressure on you per se when you do get cast?
No, not anymore. I'm dead inside. No, I mean, it wasn't that. It was, I'm in the middle of my no drinking month. This is Klaus Hauer non-alcoholic. So that's why that's where the nerves come from, because I don't have my talent juice. So that hurt. But yeah, the guys in the chat, some of them are from my OG Long Island League, even before my New York Dart League. So, hey guys, sorry to disappoint you tonight.
Well, you say disappoint. You got out to a pretty good start. He got out, took the first leg, and then you went 3 on the trot to go up 3-1 before he came roaring back down the stretch there, including that 180, which really kind of set the tone. You know, you were in it all evening, had some up and down scoring, but, you know, when you were on, you were on. What do you need to do to increase the level of consistency, or is it just, you know, maybe the lack thereof of the alcohol in the system?
The alcohol is hurting me right now for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is consistency. That's that's been my thing this whole time in the league. And I wasn't even feeling bad. Normally when I'm throwing terribly, like, I know why, but like, you know, even after he threw his max, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing my thing. And then I just couldn't. I kept throwing into the 5 and throwing into the 1. And it was frustrating because I wasn't feeling off like I usually do. I usually know when I'm going to be throwing like trash. And that wasn't the case tonight.
Well, maybe the lack of alcohol helped with the better attitude. So maybe it's a trade-off of the dart.
Jesus, what am I like when I'm wasted?
The dart talent versus getting upset with yourself at the lower scores. Looking forward into next week in FODL C, you're going to have. Oh, I just looked in now. I forgot, and so I'm going to stall because that's half of what I do here every time. It's going to be Uncle Corky on the docket. So what's the game plan to get ready for that one?
I don't know, pray time changes and I'm able to drink next week. Or fake an injury and press for another 2 weeks. I'll schedule out and then I'll be drinking again. No, I don't know. I'm just going to keep practicing, working on my consistency, and I don't know, keep losing 3-4.
There you go. Well, losing 3-4 will keep you in the ballpark of striking distance.
That's optimistic
to get to the playoffs. Speaking of the people in the chat, you were talking about them. D-Win 1919 said it's not okay. You let us down. Big Slappy Pappy fan says you let us all down. Debo51 says, I'm not upset you lost. I'm upset you didn't try. So some good stuff there. Slappy, always a pleasure to have you on. Getting 3 legs out here this evening. Still points on the board. So congratulations on that. We'll see you a little bit later this season.
Great cast, Radar. Nice, Max, Alky. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man. Good shooting tonight.
We'll go over to Alky, and Alky looked like at one point it was going to go the other way. Even that first leg of 501, which he was able to take when he got 3 on the trot, the scoring seemed to be there for you this evening. You got out in front. I would say, I think it was 3 of the 5 501 legs. The one just kind of got away from you, but the scoring seemed to be on the point, and Criminals commenting on the better math. Has that been point of emphasis for you that's been getting you over the hump here in some of these contested matches?
Yeah, today I was a little bit calmer on doing my math. Usually I'm in such a hurry to just try and get going that my mind just goes blank. Today I decided I guess Slappy's just going to have to wait if that's how it is, and it actually did math faster. So look at that. There might be a theory there. So yeah, it was, scoring was okay. Some trash darts, some good darts, kind of an up and down night.
Yeah, well, I mean, an up and down night still coming out on top. And, I used to be a bartender, and the phrase for that was always slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So maybe there is a theory to that with doing the math as well. But talk to us, because we've seen the flashes of talent and really, the competitiveness where you've been in FODL C, near the top, fighting for the promotion, being reaching the finals, the promotion playoffs, or being in the conversation every season. What does it take, or what do you think it's going to take to get that next step and actually make the jump to get into FODL B?
Consistency. Right now I'm kind of all over the place. There's some nights that I'm just trying to do a setup and I can't hit a single wedge to get down to a double. And when I miss the first one, and if I'm crossing the board or I'm getting all messed up and I'm getting out of rhythm, and it's really messing with me, because when I go to the line, I have a 3-dart plan. When I miss my dart, that's obviously shot to shit. Now I'm struggling, or trying to figure out what I'm doing. And if I can fix that, I think I'll be doing a lot better. And just got to make it. I'm in the playoffs every year, and I just can't make it through them. So I got to get more consistent and try and make it through one time.
Well, certainly looking to make that time potentially this season as the campaign for the playoffs continues. Looking forward into Gameweek 4. You've got the Kilf on tap. So what are you looking forward to that one, outside of maybe wearing a scarf or being against somebody wearing a scarf?
Me and him have had really close matches every time. It'll be a lot of fun. I got to do my floating game week tomorrow against Doughboy. So that'll be the interesting one. He's been playing really well right now. So both of them are tough. And so I got my hands full for for the next couple matches.
He certainly has been playing well. In the chat, similar to Slappy having good following, Yota JMU in there saying, Alky was a champ today. You didn't take long at all. And the Alky fan club is taking applications, which I guess he is the leader of. So everybody jump on the bandwagon. Alky, congratulations on the victory. Love the photo swag that you got going on there. We'll talk to you a little bit later, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.